Greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, brother Jack Angry. Things keep improving for us here at the Monastery of Mayhem and with the Angry Brothers Omaha Rama. We want to welcome our newest sponsor, Big Brain Tattoos at 1123 Jackson Street in the Old Market here in Omaha. They are our newest sponsor, and we would like everybody to stop on down and say hi to Smitty and Lenny and the rest of the artists down there. Get a price on a tattoo, and next time you decide to have work done, be sure and visit Smitty and see what he can do for you. Now back to the show. Greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, brother Jack Angry, along with Inferna, the cougar from hell, bringing you another edition of the Angry Brothers Omaha Rama. Brother James and Lady Tord are not here right now. They're out doing their own things here, so it's just going to be me, Inferna, and manning the show.
I don't want to know what their kind of doing things are.
I know, it's like, that's scary. It's like she's probably over there buying some of that special liquor over in Iowa out of the trunk of someone's car.
Yeah, and using her whip at the same time.
Well, yes, it's like, but hey, everybody needs a hobby. I do want to take a minute to thank our friend Robert Poole, the founder and guiding force behind Indie Horror TV. They just passed their 1-year milestone this weekend, and they did throw a really big bash in Pontiac, Michigan, I guess where Robert Poole is from, or in that area, to celebrate. We were invited, but unfortunately we couldn't attend because of the distance and time involved. Mm-hmm. But we do want to say a big thank you to Indie Horror for allowing us to have Saturday nights. If you're a fan and you watch that online network, you're going to see a lot of our shows, especially on Saturday night. Also, Robert has asked me to basically host, and Inferna and the crew to host their Christmas Eve with Indie Horror. We're going to be showing some of the best Christmas-themed horror films, including Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That's a must. We're going to be running films like Christmas Evil, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and a few others, and that's going to go the entirety of Christmas Eve. I'm not sure of the exact times. I will post those on our Facebook page when we get that information from Robert. But way to go, Robert. You know, great job. Love Indie Horror TV, and a lot of great people and things going on there.
You know who else we need to pay a visit to?
Who's that?
Stupid Movies.
Yes, we do need to go see the Stupid Movies guys, and Adam, Jacob,
and
what was
Rob.
It? Rob, okay.
I was waiting to see.
It's like, I blanked on Rob. I'm sorry,
you might
Rob.
Bangkok you.
Yeah. Capital Thailand, huh? Bangkok! But anyway, yes. So are you going to be making any plans to go down to Lincoln where they film Stupid Movies, or?
He has asked me to come over there a couple of times. We just never set any dates, so I have to find another Christmas outfit.
Well, yes.
Sit on the couch.
Yes,
might bring hot cocoa this time.
Yes. Well, actually, speaking of Christmas outfits, I'll have to do a little looking around and see if I can find you something. I mean, I've got my sources, and I'll start shaking the trees and see what falls out there.
Well, we know what Torrid needs for that. A red leather whip.
Yes, it's like...
That black one.
The black one just kind of clashes, and, you know, it goes against the whole Christmas theme.
Yeah, no Christmas spirit at all.
What can you say? You know, we need to get her some red leather gloves with bend over on them.
Yeah.
You know, or something, you know.
More the foofy, you know, cotton ball crap.
Yes, it's like, you go to the softer side of things.
Yeah, softer side.
Well, that's okay. It's like, you need both, really. It's like...
That's so cute.
Yes, yes it is. We'll have to get Brother James a decent Christmas outfit. I mean, his robe and, you know, his little pirate shirt and everything, you know.
And his life just totally sucks all the time, so we need to make him dead again.
Yeah, it seems he had more fun when he was dead, but anyhow, we'll work on that. You can look for, we hope to have our friend Dr. Sangria back on. I'm going to talk to her and see about that, and you can look for her in the next in the coming weeks here. We've been contacted, or I have contacted our friends at British Fest and about appearing there, and we're definitely going to be appearing next year at the Anime NebraskaCon 2014. We're going to be talking with them about hosting a panel on horror hosts and horror movies. So all of you cosplay, anime, and horror movie fans, be sure and put that on your calendars.
Yeah, and surprise us.
Yeah, and surprise.
We like to be surprised.
Yeah, it's like, you know, say all kinds of stuff. We love reading it, yes, and we love hearing about it from our friends who certain people have contacted and then got in touch with us. So we know everything that's going on. It
was so much fun seeing them making their own costumes and dressing up in the characters that they like.
That's right. And there were a lot of excellent costumes at that convention. We've received a lot of really great feedback from the attendees and from the organizers for the episode we put up on YouTube. And that episode will be running this Friday night on it will be running on Friday the 22nd of November at 1 a.m. on Channel 22. It is episode 89.
And that's when Conjuring comes out to Redbox. Just wanted to say that.
The Conjuring, yes. Well, that was a good movie. Went and saw Thor, The Dark World recently. Great movie. Gotta love the ending. I'm not going to give away any spoilers. So
my daughter loved that one.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay, well that was great. Little known fact: the villain Malkeith or Malkeith or whatever, however the hell you pronounce it.
Are you talking about Children of the Corn Malkai?
No. I'm talking about Thor. He was played by Doctor Who actor Christopher Eccleston.
Oh.
He was the 9th Doctor, I believe. Yes, the 9th Doctor. And you wouldn't recognize him through all the makeup and the prosthetics, you know, and the cute little pointed ears and all this other stuff, you know. But it's a really great movie. Be sure and go see it. And we will be doing a review of it on the Movie Night Live from the Monastery of Mayhem shortly. But we're going to get back to the movie, Scream, Blacula, Scream. Is there anything you wanted to add about the movie? I mean, you had a couple of comments and questions that you asked me earlier, so we can go into them now if you like.
It goes into that jive and dig it.
Well, yeah, it's the 70s, and one of the really great trivia about this movie is the movie was shot in 1974, I believe, and it starred William Marshall reprising his role as Blacula or Prince Mamuwalde, and it's odd that someone who was basically entombed for 100, 150, almost 200 years is revived, knowing exactly how to speak jive and how to understand it, and how to get around present day, well, in this case, 1972 New York. Doesn't that strike you as being just a little bit far-fetched? I mean, this guy should be bumbling around, sounding like he just fell out of a Shakespeare video, but yet he's you know, out there jiving and can you dig it, you know? And
you dig. So I was just curious, Pamela, what's her name? That was in Austin Powers, Foxy.
Okay, yeah.
Foxy, Pam,
yeah.
Right?
Pam Greir.
How old was she in this movie?
Pam Greir, this was like one of her second or third major features. She did several blaxploitation films, Coffee. She did a movie called The Big Birdcage, and she did Scream, Blacula, Scream. So this is like her second or third major film. She was in her early 20s, I believe.
She is very beautiful.
Well, she's still very beautiful, and she's in her early, or I believe her early 60s, if I'm not mistaken. But she still looks fantastic. I mean, if you've seen her on The L Word, or she's been on Smallville playing Amanda Waller. So she still looks fantastic. I mean, you know, nobody would throw her out of bed for eating crackers.
I don't think so.
No, definitely not. But William Marshall was very imposing in the role of Blacula because of his deep baritone voice and his commanding presence, and that comes from being a classically trained Shakespearean actor. The rest of the cast, there's no one I believe really noteworthy, but it was a very good 70s period black exploitation piece. And that's a very kind of underappreciated genre, as it were. And we're going to be exploring more films in that genre here on the Angry Brothers. So we're going to get back to the movie Scream, Blacula, Scream, starring Pamela Greir and William Marshall, here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakorama.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Who dares touch these rotting bones? Who dares call forth the most horrible specter of the damned? Now he's back. The Black Prince of Darkness, Blacula, recalled by the awesome powers of voodoo to stalk the earth in a new quest for blood. Blacula, Dracula's soul brother, seething with hate, obsessed with vengeance, craving young bodies, lusting for hot blood to create new victims for the legions of the undead.
And you believe in vampires. Good. That gives you something of an edge over the rest.
William Marshall, again, as the Lord of the Vampires, in a relentless search for Pam Greir, the exciting star of Coffee.
I need you!
Now he is back. Ever more evil, ever more fearful than ever before.
The name is Blacula!
Scream, Blacula, scream. The bloodiest legend of our time.
Well, greetings, faithful followers. Welcome back. Isn't that Scream, Blacula, Scream scary?
All that voodoo stuff looks scary to me.
Well, yeah, it's like...
Any voodoo makes me run.
Yes, it's like anytime you see anybody about ready to sacrifice a chicken, unless he's wearing a white suit with a beard, and I see a bucket of herbs and spices, that's...
Yeah, just shit I don't want to know.
Exactly. It's like, no, even Brother Jack doesn't mess around with voodoo. That stuff goes bad too quickly. But you had a question about about something in the film?
Yeah, I'm just curious. So the one ancestor, possibly, or tribe member, which one is it, an ancestor or tribe?
Well, I think
member?
it's a tribe. If I remember correctly, Blacula, or Prince Mamawalde, is trying to start like his own tribe of vampires.
Okay.
And there's some inner conflict, and that's why he kind of falls for Pam Greer's character and decides to turn her into vampire, because I think he's looking for the reincarnated spirit of his dead wife.
Oh, okay.
And he sees it in her, so that's why he decides to turn her into a vampire.
And I've seen that. Obviously, we all seen the beginning of this movie by now. But so the tribe is totally against him.
Well, they don't
Doesn't
want her
want him.
as the queen for some reason.
They don't want her, or he don't want her?
No, they don't want her. He wants her. I mean,
Okay.
she's kind of basically his one big desire, and
Okay.
you know, it's like he wants her, but the rest of them don't. So that's where all the conflict comes from.
Okay.
The cab driver slash vampire was an interesting character. You know, we have the jive talking kind of street tough cab driver who gets turned into a vampire, who later comes back to life in the morgue and attacks the morgue attendant, and he becomes a vampire, and he's going to go out and bite other people, and so on and so forth.
Not a biting.
Yeah, not in a good way either. It's like, yeah, I don't mind a little biting now and again, but you know, it's like when they start trying to bleed you, that's another thing. You know,
Oh, God.
Brother Jack's used to getting bled by women, but usually he's married to them at the time.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and we won't even talk about Brother James with that one. But
Everyone gets silent.
Yes, it's like, and the silence was deafening. We did want to bring up our new digs. The Monastery of Mayhem has moved. We've got a brand new location, so you can look forward to seeing some great new backdrops, some new scenery, some new props.
Yeah, we forgot the fire.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's a little warm in here right now. I don't think we need to be lighting a fire, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm on fire.
It's like one of the joys of good insulation, people. It's like in winter in Nebraska, you'll know what we're talking about. But we're going to get back to the movie Scream, Blacula, Scream here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Rama. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Well, greetings, faithful followers. Welcome back. What did you think of Scream, Blacula, Scream? Wasn't that movie scary in a 70s kind of trippy way?
Yeah, it was tripping.
Yeah, it was. The really great part was the ending, you know, where Pamela Greer's character decided to retain her humanity and foil Blacula's plan to turn her into a vampire by setting the big fire in the warehouse where she burns to death. Mm-hmm. Blacula is staked by the homicide detective, the hero of the story, and again turns into a skeleton. His bones are carted off by the police, so he's pretty much out of it. The other members of the vampire tribe or family or whatever you want to call it burned to death in the warehouse, except with, I believe, the exception of one vampire who's running around out there infecting others. There was actually a little bit of trivia. There were actually plans to be a third Blacula film, but it never really got made because William Marshall didn't want to be typecast as Blacula. A lot of great actors, as you know, have had problems with being typecast. William Shatner, for example, after he quit Star Trek, he could not find work or very much work because everybody wanted to cast him as the Captain Kirk type of character, which he didn't want to become one-dimensional. Bela Lugosi is another great example. After he did Dracula in 1931, I believe, he could not find work for a very, very long time because everybody only wanted him to play vampire roles or monster roles, so he got very limited on what he could do, and William Marshall didn't want to fall into the same trap, so he declined to play Blacula any further, which is kind of sad because the character, they could have definitely done something with it.
Yeah.
You know, but at that time studios were formulaic, and you had a formula for a horror movie. Ooh, well, let's do this, and let's end it, you know, and that sort of thing. So a lot of actors just didn't want to be typecast. But next week, faithful followers, we're bringing you some more in the blaxploitation vein. The 1974 piece Abby, also starring William Marshall, and I believe an actress named Kim Nichols. And the title role, it's about a woman who gets possessed by an African sex demon and tends to wreak havoc with the male population, basically screwing them, killing them, causing all kinds of problems and being a general pain in the ass.
Lots of chaos.
Yes, lots of chaos. And speaking of chaos, I do want to take a moment to remind all of our friends and fans about our big horror host extravaganza. This will have been broadcast on the 25th. It will be on our Blog Talk Radio show, which you can find the link on our website at www.theangrybros.com. And from there, we're going to have a roundtable discussion with 6 of the best-known horror movie hosts nationally. It'll be myself as moderator, Uncle Fright from Fall River, Massachusetts, Dorian Destruction from Kenosha, Wisconsin, Tar and Feather from, I believe, Ohio, Ormsby from Mastic, New York, the Sinister Minister from Las Vegas, and there will be, and Master Vile from, I believe, Pembroke Pines, Florida, or it's not, somewhere in the Florida area. But some of the best and most well-known horror movie hosts, these are all regional hosts who have excellent followings in their own area, and we're going to be discussing the issues with public domain movies, hanging out, just kind of talking, exchanging stories, and that sort of thing. If you miss the live broadcast, you can download it from the archive on our website at blogspot.com, and we'll post those links at the end of the show for you. So, on behalf of myself, Brother Jack Angry, and Inferna, is there anything you want to say before we go there, dear?
Oh, just enjoy your basically morning, right?
Well,
what time are we done now?
It should be 1:30 in the morning, yes. So enjoy your morning, the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your evening. Don't party too hard, and if you do, party responsibly.
And jump on the bed.
And jump on the bed. And preferably not by yourselves either, but anyway, good night, unpleasant dreams, and let's keep America on top. Watch Horror Host, y'all, and thank you, Obama, for our lovely insurance.
Thank you. Bye.
Greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, Brother Jack Angry, along with Inferna.
Hi.
And Sin. And we just wanted to take a moment to welcome our newest sponsor, Big Brain Tattoos in Omaha, Nebraska. Now they're located at 1123 Jackson Street, which is on the backside of the old market here in downtown Omaha. We hope you'll stop by and see Smitty, the owner, and Lenny and Jason, two of his best artists. And they will be happy to answer all of your questions and deal with whatever your tattoo needs are, whether you're just pricing a tattoo, you have a design, or you need a design. Lenny and his artists will be happy to draw that out and set it up to your satisfaction. And all of their work is backed by Smitty and his artists, so you'll never go away dissatisfied from Big Brain. So be sure and check him out and tell him the Angry Brothers sent you. And if you'd like to check his webpage out, it's www.bigbrainomaha.com.